it's going to work. All right. Yes. Baby. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah,
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Riffin with Griffin, baby.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Lot to talk about today. I don't know. We got Trump was indicted. NCAA women's tournament. Massive ratings. What does that mean? Succession is back. LeBron James is trying to get his team to the playoffs. Lots of news and notes and crazy stories. But I'm here for it. I'm here for you. So welcome back to Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah,
Riffin with
yeah. Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah. Riffin with Griffin, baby.
Man, you know what I forgot to do? I was supposed to be on this screen. I had my whole new screen and I forgot to put it on. But anyways, all the woo-woo should have been on here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to be different. Here it is. I got my new, you know what I mean? And I didn't put it on. Anyways, thanks for being here on Riffin with Griffin. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications, subscribe, Twitch. I'm on Twitch daily, so make sure you check me out on that. Support me there. Support me on Patreon, any way you want to support. It's great. I appreciate you. And, here we are, Riffin with Griffin. Love it. I appreciate you guys being here. And today's sponsor of the show is DoorDash. DoorDash. Get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to $10 value when you use code RWG at checkout. Limited time offer. Terms apply. That's 50% off. $10 on a $15 minimum subtotal and a $0 delivery fees on your first order. Use code RWG. That's Riffin with Griffin. RWG. All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Riffin with Griffin. I'm feeling much better. Last week I was not feeling well. You know what I mean? And here I am. Here I am. I'm feeling a lot, like I said, I'm feeling a lot better. So I hope you guys are good. I hope everybody had a great week, leading up to this week. So first order of business is, I'm taking off my headphones. I usually wear headphones when I'm doing the podcast, because I like hearing how it sounds and that kind of stuff. But I got a new hat. I did an episode of the George Lopez show, and the lady was like, they were thinking about making this the look for the character. And then she gave me the hat afterwards. We didn't end up going with that, but I kind of like it. So I don't know what you guys think if you're listening at home. If you're listening on like Apple Music, whatever, you got to check out the thumbnail on YouTube and let me know what you think of this hat. I'm going to put a poll up on our live YouTube audience. This is just to see what people think, but I kind of like it. You know what I mean? It's like, what's weird? It's like I went through the pandemic and I was doing all kinds of stuff. I shaved my mustache. I was like, shaved my hair down. I did all this stuff. But one thing I did in the pandemic was I grew my beard out. And I've never had a beard my entire adult life. I've never wanted to have a beard. First of all, I didn't know I was this gray. That's the first thing. But I grew the beard out and I was like, okay, face. It looks like my face has been made for this. You know what I mean? I mean, don't it just look like it looked like it looked like a beard was perfect for my face. And I was like, oh, I need to this is my thing. So now I said, okay, well now am I at the age now where I'm going to be wearing one of these hats? Am I a hat guy now? What do you guys think? Excuse me. What do you guys think? Am I a hat guy now? So this is like, you know what? I actually kind of like it. So like I say, I hope the podcast sounds good. Because it's hard to wear the headphones and wear a hat. So I don't normally, like I say, I normally have the headphones on because I'm just like, like I say, I like hearing myself. But yeah, I do look like a jazz musician, right? Like I should have a saxophone or something. Thank you, Janine, for the super chat. And that's another way you guys can support the show. So I don't know. We're going to see if this is going to be my new thing. You might see me on stage, or I might regularly start wearing hats like this. Maybe I need a hat sponsor, And this hat is dope. I love this little, whatever this is on the side here, this little, Rachel's like iffy on it. She's like, but I think it just depends on the rest of the outfit. Like right now I'm wearing this like crazy t-shirt, but like, it's like if I have on like one of my nice Tommy Bahama, that's my style now. Maybe this might be the new look. So, I can see with the poll's going good. I mean, I put it up on Instagram and a lot of people, there was like people who were like, dude, nobody that loves you will say that hat is good. So, but I don't know. I kind of like it. Not that I care what you people think, but it is, I guess it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So here I am, the hat. So I did the George Lopez show, guys. I don't know if I talked about it already. I guess I didn't, but it was great. Shout out to George Lopez and all the staff and crew. I'm not sure when that episode's coming out, but it's probably coming out pretty soon, sometime this week, And it was a great experience. It just reminded me I love acting. I love working. People ask me, like, would you rather be a stand-up or an actor? And I don't know if that's a hard one. I love stand-up. But I can't deny that I love the process. The whole thing that goes into, like, whatever happens when you're like getting a job, man, that chase is like, it really gives me an adrenaline rush. Like I love getting an email. So it'll be like an email from my agent and they'll be like, yo, you are, oh, you got this audition. Oh, like, let me tell you about this one. So like last week or 2 weeks ago, sometime around there, I get this email about this new NBC pilot. They want to, so I get this producer session. So, it's a Zoom, they're still doing Zoom, and I think it also is because a lot of writers, producers and stuff, they realize, hey, we don't need to be in the same place. We could be all over the place. You can live wherever you need to live. And then when it's time to shoot the show, we'll get together. But anyways, so I get in this producer session and I'm sitting there with the, and then I start doing the thing. I've prepared. It's good material. And then it's the director. And then he's like giving me some notes. And anytime they start giving you notes, you're doing good. Okay, I'm just telling you, if they start to go, hey, let's do it again, or can you try it this way? If they start giving you specifics like that, that means they like what you're doing. So, and then like throughout, it took a while too. So then he was like, at the end, we were in a good place, and he was like, okay, can you do the first scene again? Because I like the energy you're in right now. So it was like, good. I got good compliments from the dude, and I was like, yo, I hit up my manager. I was like, yo, man, I know I killed that. Let me know. So then I get a call later that day from my manager and agent and stuff, and they're like, yo, they want you to do it again, but can you wear a shirt and tie because I need to look like a doctor because that's what the show is about, right? So I'm like, cool, I know I'm doing good now. Kill it, right? Then I do that. That seems to go well. And then the next day I get this like, oh, they loved you. Oh, my God, they loved you. But they're going to take a swing at a name. This is the thing that happens to me all the time. They're going to take a swing at a name. Like, what name's not going to do it? Love the guy that actually is doing it. I'm not even going to say who it is because I don't know if the show's going to get picked up or not, so I won't even talk about it that way. But I love the guy that they picked, right? You know, but it's just like you go. Anyways, the point, I'm not even trying to be bitter about that. Let me not get off track. What I'm saying is I love that whole process. That feeling that it gives you, like, you know, that step by step by step, and you're like, almost there, you know? I just love that. I mean, I feel like for anybody that's trying to get into the entertainment business, let me give you some advice, some unsolicited advice. The thing is like, because, like, I'm a realist, you know? I'm real with people. Like, when somebody comes and tells me about an audition, like my buddy Ben, I remember he had this pilot audition back in the day. And I remember him being like, oh, man, he was so excited, you know? He was like, the creator, he was like saying all kinds of nice things to me. And I was trying to tell him, I said, okay, all that's cool, but the only thing that matters is you booked the job. Okay? So, you know, like, that's all that matters. Well, you know, he didn't believe me. You know, he was like super excited and super like all the, like, oh, it just, you know, it's like, you know, he didn't get the part. You know what I mean? I don't care what the people say, is what I'm trying to say. I don't care what they say. I don't care if the people are like, you were great, you were wonderful. I don't care. Write the check, give me the job. If I don't get the job, then it was not a success. Now, I could have learned some things on the way, but getting the job is all that matters. All the process that goes in between, all the things they say, oh, you were great. I'd rather somebody say to me, oh, man, if one of the people involved in the audition is like, I hate this guy, but he's perfect for the job. Okay, all right. You hate me? Good. Am I perfect for the job? Great. But here's the thing, though. That being said, it's okay to get excited. Get excited. It's okay to, you know, have that thrill of the chase of being like, oh, I'm trying to get this job. And be like, oh, man, I had a great audition. Oh, I had a great callback. Oh, man, producer session. It's okay to be excited. What I think you should do is get excited, but then manage your expectations. Get excited, but then manage your expectations. I mean, I'm sorry, your disappointments. I didn't say that right. You just manage your disappointments. That's all I mean to say. So it's like you can have high expectations, and when you get disappointed, that's the moment you have to manage that. So, because I don't want to be a person that's just like, you know, always like, well, you know, it's just an audition. I'm not going to get excited. And, you know, I'm not like that either. I'm saying be excited, but don't, it's like be excited and then wait for that process to play itself out. And then if there's a disappointment, manage that. You know what I'm saying? Just manage that disappointment. Because it happens. I've been all the way to like, man, you know, I did a pilot 2 years ago. I had to go through all of this nonsense. We actually shot the pilot. I made a ton of money for the pilot, and it didn't get picked up. So even you go through all those things, and then you have this moment where it's like, oh man, we about to do 20 episodes, and this is gonna change my life, and then it doesn't happen. That's really disappointing. But I look back and I go, oh, I enjoyed every step of that. Because I did. I enjoyed every step of it. Even the waiting for if this show's gonna get picked up or not. Even in the waiting for that. Ooh, there's something about that. So anyways, get excited, manage your disappointment, and then move on. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel is the best way to deal with that. So anyways, all right, let's get into some stuff. I guess I should wear the hat the whole episode, huh? Until it's time to do the end. Oh man. So, all right, let's talk about. Listen, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get into any false news or whatever. I'm just gonna give you my brief opinion on this. But so look at my new screen, y'all. You like that? So, our former president, Donald Trump, is, he got indicted for, the hush money payoffs, hiding funds and whatnot. I don't know, man. Part of me thinks like this guy already the former president, Donald Trump, already changed how we look at the presidency anyway. Just for being someone that was so non-political. Like, we had this sort of regal idea of what the president should be. And now it's like, oh, they have to have this certain kind of dog. You know, they got to be married with kids and this kind of sort of like image that we think our leader, we want that person to portray as their character, right? Well, he completely smashed that, you know. I mean, prior to running for office, I think for the most part, even, you know, before he started to get political, we liked Donald Trump. You know, he was on the Apprentice, his show. You know, he was all over the place, and he was with rappers, and he was, you know what I mean? he was doing his thing. He was a Democrat for whatever. He flip flopped with that. You know, for the most part, we were like, oh, okay, you know, you like him, you dislike him, but for the most part, it was like, whatever, right? And then once he went into the political realm, then it became like, now we have to scrutinize him further. Okay, so, and then he didn't necessarily have the squeaky clean background of somebody that we would normally say, this is the prototype person for, did I mess that up? I was doing it fast. The prototype person, you know what I mean? For what do you call it? To run for president. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like what are you supposed to say? Like, okay, so that being said, with all that, right? So you got this person who like isn't normally running for office. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, and then he does it. Okay, so now we have to deal with a person that has like a checkered past, or like, you know, he doesn't, you know, what am I trying to say right now? He was running for president and he cheated on his wife with porn stars. And he was trying to cover that up. The morality of that, you can decide on your own, okay? Don't sound like a good thing, okay, right? But I understand, right? And I think that the people that support him, they don't really care. Like, I don't think that, like, if he would have just been like, listen, they already had to grab her by the pussy stuff. Nobody cared. They had all this stuff about him. Nobody cared. He was already in a feeling of like, look, I can say and do whatever I want, and people seem to still support him. So it's like, I don't think anybody would have cared. You know what I mean? So I think he could have easily just came out and been like, he could have told her like, yeah, I'm not paying you off. So if you want to say whatever you want to say, I'm just going to come out and just admit it. If he would have just, I personally think that if he would have just came out and been like, look, I haven't been the best husband. I'm sorry. Here's a couple of girls that I had some stuff with, and, you know, take it with what you will. I think that he probably still would have won, sadly, you know? So, but he didn't do that. And so he committed on the books is a crime, right? And so now we have to decide how important this is. But like, I don't think people really look into it. I don't think people are really like, hey, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I think we're so divided. I think everything's so politicized. I think that the people that are supporting him are going to support him no matter what he does. And we just have to decide, like, you know, then there's like other crimes that, you know, it's like the January 6th stuff. It's like the phone call to the Georgia thing where they have him on tape being like, I need you to find 11,000 votes. Like, they have other things that they have on him that they're not even going for yet. They did it with this. I don't know if it's a strong case. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what this means. I don't know what's going to happen. Seems like it's going to like rile up his base, the people that want him, that support him. This might make it like I can't believe you're doing this to our guy who knows what's going to happen? But it's like, man, this is just a circus, man. And it's like this of the social media era where people are just so much more high profile. We know way too much about people. I think we know way too much about people, you know? I come from an era where there was no internet, no cell phones, no, you know. So all we knew about the presidents for the past was that they were president. We saw them in magazines, we saw them on the news. Now that everybody's business is everywhere, who can live a completely honest, clean life? Like, what I'm saying is, like, people can pick apart your life based off all this information they have about you, and they can make judgments, moral judgments on you or not. Whether they're true or not, it doesn't even matter. To me, there's just too much information about people. I don't want to know about my president's sex life. I just don't. Male or female. If there was a female president in the White House and she had a side piece, I don't care. I don't need to know about it. Okay. But once you do know about it, now we make a judgment. If you're a happily married couple and you know, the moment you hear about somebody cheating, you're thinking about your own relationship. You're like, oh no, what, you know, is this going to apply to us? It's like, I hate watching shit with Rachel, you know, and anything that comes up about that, she's looking over at me like, you know, men, you know what I mean? It's like you cheated if somebody on TV cheated. So I don't know. It just brings up a lot of things. It brings up a lot of, like, you know, feelings about stuff. So you just tell me, like, you know, I'm not making any statements or judgments or anything. My only thing to say is, like, I think we know too much about people and it doesn't seem to matter, you know? And you asked the question, should it matter? Should this matter? Do we want the president of the United States paying off porn stars that he cheated on his wife with? Is that who we want leading our country? That's what you have to ask yourself. And then it's even more nuanced, because there are people who think, well, I'm a Republican through and through, so I don't care what my Republican nominee does. I'm going with that because I hate the other side that much. Is that the political world we want to live in? I don't know. You know, I just don't know. So you tell me what you think, and then we'll have a discussion in the chat. All right, y'all. What else we got here? Wait, what does this say? Unable to. Oh, wow. I wonder why it said that. It said unable to add stream marker. That was weird. Okay, so let's go into one of the things that's a big. Oh, no, not that. A big topic of discussion. Let me go back to this screen right now. Big topic of discussion right now is, oh, you know what? Before we even go into the big topic of discussion right now, let's get into DoorDash. You know what I mean? Our sponsor of the show. I love DoorDash. I use DoorDash. And the thing about DoorDash is great. It's not just like you're going to get food that you want, you're hungry, you're going to order from one of your favorite restaurants, from one of your great local spots. DoorDash is like, now they're into, like, yo, you made some pancakes and you don't have any syrup. You're like, oh no, there's no syrup. And I hate that. That's the worst. When you don't got no syrup in your pancakes. DoorDash. You hit DoorDash up, you go in there, boom, boom, boom. There you go. Syrup comes. Maybe you're missing out on your favorite coffee. Maybe you're missing some creamer because you have coffee. All the little things, DoorDash is there for you. I love the convenience of getting what you want right to your door. Well, with DoorDash grocery delivery, you can stock up for the week or order last-minute cravings conveniently. Look, you've trusted DoorDash to deliver your restaurant favorites, and now you can get groceries delivered that actually delivers too. All right, you'll get exactly what you ordered, or you'll make it right. Sit back and enjoy quality groceries just like you picked them yourself. Want even more value? You can save all your groceries and restaurant favorites with a $0 delivery fee on eligible orders with Dash Pass membership. Get your Dash Pass membership. That sucker is great. Get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to $10 value when you use code RWG, Riffin with Griffin, RWG at checkout. Limited time offer, terms apply. And that's 50% off up to $10 on a $15 minimum subtotal and $0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store And make sure you enter code RWG. Don't forget, that's code RWG for 50% off your first order with DoorDash. Okay, y'all. So we got some stuff to go into. So the women's national basketball championship was this past week, right? And there's just a lot of talk about women's sports, and about the ratings and all this kind of stuff. So there's this great. Let me see if this works. I hope it does. Let me go here. I got a new thing I'm doing right here. Let's see if it goes. Oh man, you see what I'm saying? This doesn't make any sense. I had this ready to go, and now it's not working. It's just, guys, I'm gonna get this right one day. You know what I mean? I am gonna get this right one day. It's like I don't know why it's doing this. I had it ready to go. You know what I mean? I seriously had it ready to go, and then now it's not working. So frustrating. This was gonna be great. I was gonna have my phone right there. It was it was working earlier, and now look at it. You know what I mean? Oh, there we go. Yes. Ha ha ha. There we go. Booyah. Love it. See, I fixed it, y'all. Griffin is ready to go. So they have this whole thing about the women's basketball tournament, and so this is one of the things that people are talking about. Is the ratings of the game. So if you see right there, it says the NCAA Women's National Championship, 9.9 million viewers, are more than any women's CBB game ever, any MLS game ever, any Stanley Cup game since 1973, the 2023 Orange Bowl, 2023 Sugar Bowl, 2023 Thursday Night Football. So this one game got more ratings than any Thursday Night Football game on Amazon. Let's make that clear. The 2021 NBA Finals, the 2020 World Series, the finale of Last of Us, the most recent MLB, NBA, NFL All-Star games. So that's what, so that's a big deal, That's the big deal, right? And what does it all mean? You know what I'm saying? This is delicate. It's not even delicate, First of all, I'm not going to get into what I felt about the girls taunting the other girl and whatever the thing is, the LSU player. Listen, we have to as men. The issue I have with that is that we look at women a certain way, and we have this expectation of how we want women to act, and we have to just stop thinking of it like that. So when you see women being competitive and doing the same stuff that the men do, whether you like it or not, like Draymond Green, if you're a Warriors fan, you're going to like Draymond Green and how he conducts himself. There's other people who are going to be like, I don't like that. I don't like what he does. He's cost his team. Okay. But we know that, he's that type of player, and you're either fine with it or not fine with it because of, your idea of the integrity of the sport, right? So we have to start looking at the women's athletes in the same way, but we put so much extra on what women are supposed to do, like how they're supposed to conduct themselves and how they're supposed to. And in the same time, though, in the same breath, it's going to be equal when the women are being criticized for the same thing the men's are being criticized for. So overall, the whole thing is good because we're talking about women's sports more, right? That's just so that I think in that way, it's a good thing. Trash talk and all that stuff, I think, is good. Just for me, I don't know, man. For me, I'm just going to speak for me when it comes to women's sports Like, I don't like to look at things as like, it's women's sports, it's men's sports. I'm going to tell you how I like stuff. I'm an elitist. I like the best. And I want the skill gap to be as close as possible. What do I mean by that? I like the NBA. I'm an NBA fan because I like watching the best athletes play. I like to see the highest jumping, dunking, running fast, dribbling fast. Like, I like a fast athletic game. I don't like college basketball. I don't even like watching men's basketball. I don't think it's as exciting as the NBA when the NBA is at its best. I like watching Steph Curry and Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James and, Ja Morant. I want to see Ja Morant dunk over a dude that's 7 inches taller than him. That's the kind of basketball I like to watch. This ain't a male-female thing for me. That's what I like to watch. You don't see that in men's Division III basketball per se either. So you know what I mean? Like I don't even like watching Division I basketball. Men's Division I basketball, I don't like it. I don't really watch the tournament. The only reason why I even get involved in a tournament is when like you have a bracket going and you're like betting with your friends and it's fun that way, almost like fantasy, right? Other than that, and I haven't done that in years. I didn't even watch the college basketball championship. I if you've been watching my podcast, I've been kind of like on the NBA recently, but I'm starting to get excited because the playoffs and the playing game are coming right now, right? I'm kind of getting interested in the stories and seeing what's going on and looking at some of the gameplay. But anyways, I'll get into that in a second. But so I don't watch women's basketball, because that form of basketball is not as entertaining to me as the highest level of basketball, But that being said, the product that they're putting out is a product of its own. It's its own thing. And if you're into it, you're into it. And it's great. And so the more people that get into it, the better it is for the sport. And so I think that this is a great leap for women's basketball. But like, let's not get bogged down in these numbers of like this one game, this sort of Super Bowl game. And the ratings. So, I've seen a bunch of articles about this, and it's like, yes, the TV ratings for the women's, they were up like 44%. I mean, this one game is great. And I say, it's going to do a lot for pushing forward the entertainment value of women's basketball and making stars and like these people trash talking and people talking about them and their gameplay. The one girl, what her name, Caitlin, whatever her name is, this chick has done. She's done stuff that no one in college basketball history has done with her scoring and all the things that she's done. Even men's, women's, some of the records that she broke. So that's what you need. You need a star like that. Now, can that star go into the WNBA now and then like bring more value to the WNBA? I don't know. We'll see. But for now, if the women's tournament is going to bring eyes on women's sports, that's a great start. But let's not forget, there's a whole season. So, like, I don't think this one game is going to be like, okay, so now the women's sports need to get paid more, right? It don't work like that. The ratings for the entire season, you have to show that. Like, just a regular season game, and are they even showing it on TV? It's like, according to, like, some of these things I've looked up here, like, women's coverage is still only 5% of the entire – that's very little. So, whereas I say this is a great step forward, I think that let's just temper our expectations for like what it means. And like, yes, let's get excited for 9 million people watch that NCAA basketball championship. And that's great for women. But, it's like, let's just temper our expectations, you know what I mean, in terms of what it's going to be moving forward. Because another thing, too, that I think is great for women's sports is the NIL, which is this like likeness, where college athletes can get paid now. And I think women are in a way better situation than the men are for like getting paid, having endorsements and stuff, because they bring more to the table. They just bring more to the table. Look, let's just have a 100 conversation. Let's have a 100, okay? I keep it 100 here on Riffin with Griffin, okay? If you are an attractive athlete, female athlete, the sky's the limit. I looked this up. The top 10 most popular social media college athletes, 8 of the 10 are women. And it's just, I'm not surprised, man. It's kind of like when you look at these Instagram models and you're like, who is this? Is she famous for anything but being beautiful? No, that's it. That's huge. So you talk about you're adding that element of it, the selling sex, you know what I mean? That's selling like beauty on top of being an athlete and selling that. So you're talking about the female athlete can now sell makeup, clothes, feminine products, all the stuff that women buy. When you watch TV during the day, all the stuff they sell to women constantly all day. This now female athlete could sell that and sell Nike sports gear, sell the idea of, being a champion athlete. I mean, the sky's the limit for women to sell themselves as a product and make tons of money on the internet from sponsorships. So, and I think that the more high profile those athletes are, they're going to be able to move into, the pro and bring that, because that's what the male athletes are doing right now. Anyway, look at Zion Williams. He had 1 million followers on Instagram going into college, I believe. And so then he's already a star, and now he goes to the NBA. And unfortunately, his game is not, his body, he's injured all the time. But just imagine the sky's the limit of what he actually could have done. Imagine if like Shaq he was already famous. Imagine if he had the internet and all that stuff in the early parts of his career, if it was the way it is now. So hello chat. Thanks for being here. This is live. But so I think that this is a turning point that we're seeing. So that one game is helpful, but man, there's a lot going on, dude. The WNBA has never made money. There's a stat about it. You look it up, man. They lose money every single year. There are numerous franchises in the NBA who have won championships that have gone out of business. It's unbelievable. There's a franchise that won multiple WNBA championships that went out of business. So it's not there yet, but it's getting there. And so it's like, I don't like having this discussion like as if it's men versus women. That's not what it is. You have to, sports is a meritocracy. Sports is like the best, regardless of where you came from or regardless of race, gender, whatever. We care about the best product, and then there's this factor of like entertainment. Is this entertaining? And there's a thing with the NCAA that it's not entertaining when you know who's going to win. I mean, for the last 20 years, though recently it's been better in the women's game for college. But for a long time it was like it's going to be UConn, it's going to be Tennessee, and then the first 2 rounds of the tournament in the women's tournament, people getting whooped by 65 points. It's just like that's not entertaining. It's like the haves and the have-nots. So that's not a great product, regardless of, if it was in the men's, we wouldn't want to see that. We wouldn't want to see there's something about the men's tournament that it's like, a first round matchup, somebody big goes out and we're like, oh man, the parity and all that. That's why they call it March Madness, So it's just like, I think that as that gets better in the women's game, it's going to propel women's sports. So, shout out to the women's sports. I hope to be a dad one day. I'm working on it. And I'd love to be a girl dad, you know what I mean? And so I look out for, there's so many studies also about dads supporting women, supporting their daughters, and how it encourages. I mean, all that stuff is important, man. So I'm not trying to sit here and be like poo-poo on what happened with the women's tournament. I'm just being a realist about, like, you know, we still have a ways to go, but this is a great start. So shout out to the women's tournament. Okay. Oh, I'm running out of time, man. I really got into it with that. So you know, let's talk about some other things, man. Let me see. Yeah, there's some crazy stories in the news right now. This is one of these crazy stories in the news. Let's go to that. Wait, no, it's not that one. It's this one. Crazy stories in the news. So this YouTuber was shot after trying to prank a man in the mall. Crazy story. So the dude's like, he's one of these, like, you know how Logan Paul and his brother used to like do these like live pranks on people? Dude, this dude, he tried to do some prank on some strange dude. Dude had a gun, whatever happened, didn't like it, and shot him in the stomach. Dude survived. So this is an issue because I know gun control is like a major issue that's coming up right now. And it's like, so this guy, like, if this is a, you know, conceal and carry, but like just because you can conceal and carry doesn't mean you can pull out your gun and shoot people anywhere. Like there are rules and laws about that, you know? And so it's like, I don't know. I always go back to the same thing for me. For me, is like, why is that the level of the technology of weapons? So that's just where I go to. This just reminds me of that. So like somebody pranks you, you don't like them. The fact that you could pull out a thing that you could end someone's life, I just find an issue with that. And the issue is that the technology, the scientists, the gun companies, whoever makes weapons, why have we stopped at lethal force? Why is that the level? To me, there should be something you should pull out. Boom. He would be like, oh, get out of my face. He hits him with a freeze gun, or he hits him with like something that makes the guy shit himself. Just something like, why does it have to be lethal force? I'm not trying to take guns out of anybody's belongings. I believe in the Second Amendment right, but the Second Amendment right to bear arms does not mean that those arms need to have lethal force at all times. So this is an example of that where I'm just like, damn. And so then you start to go to of what rights do you have, you know? Because people always come to that like, you know, you come in my house, I have a right to kill you. It's like, no, I don't think you have a right to do that. It's just that's all we have. That's all we have available, you know? But again, listen, if you got a samurai sword in your house and that's your weapon of choice, and somebody comes in and then, you know, you have to slice their head off because they were coming at you, it'll be the same thing as like shooting a gun, I guess, right? So that's bearing your arms. But, you know, I don't know. I think we should just do better. You know what I mean? We got the AI, these AIs they have out here right now. These AIs can, you know, make pictures and you know, write stories and stuff like that. Why can't we can make artificial intelligence, but we can't make a weapon that doesn't kill people? Like, what are we doing in society, man? I just don't know what we're doing. Like, it's like everyone, you have the right to defend yourself. I agree with you. You have the right to defend yourself. Let's make it so people can defend themselves without killing people. Let's make it so people that maybe are making a mistake, you know, maybe they misunderstood the situation, isn't pulling out something that can end someone's life. I'm just saying, let's raise the technology. You know what I mean? Like, let's raise the technology, man. I don't understand why we're still at this same level. Like, it's like 500-year-old technology, it feels like. We're shooting pieces of metal at someone with the potential of lethal force. Let's shoot something else. There has to be some technology that we can come up with that's not that. That's all I'm asking for. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like, think beyond our narrow thinking. They've made us believe that this is the only weapon that you should have. They've made us believe that shooting a little piece of metal is the highest level of technology. I don't buy it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't buy it, okay? I think that this is just a cheap money maker. So now you have ammunition companies, you have gun companies, you have gunpowder companies. Like, it is a big business to make guns. What I'm saying is, let's make it a big business to make something else. I mean, Elon Musk, you got people who, we thought gas cars were going to be it forever, and this is the only way to get rich. Well, cut to the richest man in the world made electric cars. So maybe there's somebody out there who's going to be like, hey, let me challenge the gun companies and I'm going to make an electric gun, or, well, you know what I'm saying? Can we think outside the box? Let's not continue to talk about it in this way of like, oh, I have the right to defend myself. Like, let's make it more than that. Let's take that off the table and let's just talk about why is the highest level of technology for defending yourself, why does it have to be the potential for lethal force? Is there another way? Is there another way to do that? That's all I'm asking you guys. All right. All right, y'all. I want to go to my new layout and talk to you guys about. Wait, let me find this. Let me find it. Go to saved. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so here's some stories and some wait, let me see. So let me go to this. All right. So here's one story I wanted to do. I love this. This is great. All right, yeah, baby. I love this Instagram account. What's it called? This Instagram account. Wait, come on. Why hasn't it changed? Oh my God, dude. You see, this is really freaking annoying, guys. Like, I don't know why this isn't working properly. I'm going to get it fixed next week, guys. I promise you that. We're going to have it ready to go next week. I don't know why it's like this right now, but next week I'm going to have this all fixed up. So there's this story. See, now I can't even do it here. It's just, I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's so annoying. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Technology is like the worst sometimes, just when you think you got stuff fixed up, this happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, why isn't this showing up? Oh, well, and I'm doing this live. So people are listening. Like, I wonder what's going on. It's like, I wonder what happened with his thing. I wonder why it's not working. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, we do this another time, Griffin. Don't do it live, but it is what it is, guys. It just happens like that. So anyways, I'll just tell you about these stories that I wanted to talk about. France had this thing where they're trying to like make people, when they put something online, they want people to, wait, let me find it. They want people, here it is. They want people to let you know. So France has proposed a new law requiring influencers to disclose the use of filters or editing. like that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. So like, people are so concerned about the editing of photos and stuff now. I mean, isn't that something else? So it's like, are you going to, but like, we've never cared before. I mean, women wear makeup, push-up bras, people got lip fillers and plastic surgery. I mean, there's no law for that. There's no law to be like, the people airbrush photos, their whole freaking life. Like, all of a sudden now we're gonna be like, hey, you have to tell us what you really look like. I mean, why? I mean, what do you guys think about that? Let me end this poll. So it's yes on the hat. Right? I mean, somebody said that would be a game changer for dating apps. You make me think. I guess on a dating app, yeah. I think on a dating app, you should probably have to do that. Right? You should probably have to like, oh man, it still doesn't work. God damn it. Yeah, on a dating app, I feel like, yeah. You freaking told me you were 5'9", and you know, so maybe like whatever information you put on, like, what if they made a law like that? So whatever information you put on a dating app, hey, that has to be the information that you put. Oh, here we go. I could do it like this. I could just do it. I could just do it online. I could just do it on my computer end here. We'll do it like this on the screen capture. Yeah. So there it is right there. So has proposed a new law, you know. So it's like, I don't know. I guess, I mean, that is a big deal. I mean, I don't know if it should be like illegal. I don't know if you should go to jail because you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you should go to jail because you didn't, but I think there should be something where it's like, you have to prove that you look like this right now. Right? Like, cause think of how many times that's been like an issue in your life. Like when, you know, when you were like online dating and stuff like that, you know, is this like something you should do? Oh no, it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it, but this is like how technology moves forward. It's like, how do we do this in life right now? You know, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm really kind of iffy on this. You know, I'm really kind of iffy on this because I just feel like it's like we watch movies. And we know the people on the screen, they don't necessarily look like that. They're fixed up. They got on makeup, you know, or it's like CGI. We know this, like, dinosaurs aren't real. It's like, you know, it's like if you're looking at the internet and you're seeing someone and you're like, is this what this person really looks like? Is it up to them to, like, why should they have to, like, show themselves? Like, in this example that they're given right here, it's like, so in one picture, the girl looks like this. And then, like, you know, fixed up, you know, it's another thing. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how we should be about these filters. I don't know if it should be such a big deal. So you guys got to let me know what you guys think of that. All right. Here's another, this is a great account. This kid, man. I want to show you guys this kid, man. This kid is called Miles Music Kid. I mean, this kid.
I like it.
Like, this is really amazing.
I'm gonna go to the velocity of all these bells.
He's only 6 years old.
That's the pattern.
And he's like,
here's how to get your hi-hats into.
putting all the music together himself. He's a little genius,
so I
man.
have Jungle Boogie here, and I just need to chop it a tiny bit. There we go.
He doesn't even know what this song is about.
Kit pieces. Nope.
But it's like, you know, when you see a kid
That sounds like
this,
it.
it's like,
Let's
this kid is
quantize that to
freaking
16
amazing.
minutes.
And you're like, hey, you start looking at yourself like, am I doing enough in my life?
There. Add reverb on my clap. Not that much. How do you spell organ? I feel like a vintage vocal. Whoa! I am automating the delay. Here we go. What is this? Messing with that Indo-wave.
Oh man, that kid is amazing. So that's my social media, one of my social media accounts of the week. I think you guys should take a look at. It's called Miles Music Kid. I think that he's pretty amazing and it's very inspiring. Now, the other person I wanted to show you guys is this girl. Her name is Stormy Weather. And she like sells beats and she makes beats and she's like self-taught, right? And I just like in my algorithm, because I listen to these music things, she came up in the algorithm and I just got to give her a shout out, y'all. I'm giving this chick a shout out because like she is dope. She got some dope beats, man. Let's listen to it. So she'll be like, rap on this. Oh, damn it. We already saw that.
Oh, can you rap on this?
I mean, right? So give her a follow, man. If you want to listen, if she sells her beats, so check out her channel, man. I mean, damn. Right? So shout out to I Stormy Weather. That's for her dope beats. She sells her beats, and so her stuff is like copyrighted. So I'm not trying to get in trouble. But hey guys, hey listen, it's just so we're gonna stay with the hat. You know what I mean? Thank you for the hat. And next week, I promise I'm gonna figure out this technology. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why it wasn't working. So we're gonna figure it out by next week. But listen, guys, I appreciate you guys watching Riffin with Griffin. You guys are always supportive. Well, not always, but most of you guys are pretty supportive, and I appreciate you guys being here every week. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the everything that you guys do when you come to the like the live chat or in the comments. I love all that stuff. I love the comments. I love because it helps me get better, and I'm gonna continue to do it, Riffin with Griffin, every single week. So you know what time it is. It's that rap recap. If you want to send me a beat, Erik at erikgriffin.com. Erik at erikgriffin.com. Tell your mom. And we did it again. Oh, NCAA ratings. Oh, nothing wrong with that. I'm stating the women's game. It's getting better. Like a shredder. Let's go. Let me hit this flow. Trump got indicted. It was incited. A riot. He need a diet. Oh wait, what happened to my beat? There we go. I don't know this week. The rap recap. Everybody, thanks for coming. Keep coming back. Watching the old man rap. This beat that slap. Everybody hand clap. While your foot tap. And your fat. Cause I'm cute as hell. I got my hat on. And the beat is strong. Where it belongs. Woo! Shout out to Music Kid Miles. Give him a follow. Shout out to I Stormy Weather. If you want some beats, check out one of her beats. Dope. And this has been Riffin with Griffin. Oh, I did forget Succession. We'll do it next week. Yeah, so look out for my review. My review of Succession next week. Hey, I'm doing this live, man. So I just got to take that out of the title. All right, y'all. See you next week. Move your feet with that skeet.